This is the most important last minute saving for college tip, period. If you watch no other videos, this is the video to watch. Now, if you saved a little or you haven't saved at all, or you just feel like you're behind saving for college, this video is for you. And I'm gonna go through an example so you can understand. And because everyone's all over the board with how much they have saved or how much they need to save, I'm gonna use an example of saving $100 per month for 5 years. Now, even if you're not just 5 years out, maybe your son or daughter is a junior or a senior, just remember, you can also save while they're still going to college, so it'll still apply for you. But we're gonna use 5 years, and we're gonna use student loans at $100,000, just so you can understand. A lot of people will have more than that, a lot of people will have less than that, but it's just so you can understand this tip. So even if you're not good with math or you're really good with math, it doesn't matter. You're both gonna understand at the end of the video what this tip is, and it's not about saving. It is not the concept of what I'm trying to explain here, but you will understand by the time we get to the end. So let's go ahead and jump right into this example. Now, I've written all this stuff out so we can get through it quickly, but saving $100 a month for 5 years will net you $6,000 in savings. And if we invested at a 10% rate of return, we would have $7,800. Now, you might be wondering, can you get 10%? Yes, you can get 10% in the S&P 500 over long periods of time, not each and every single year, but over long periods of time. And again, this is just an example to compare apples to apples. So again, saving $100 a month for 5 years will end up with $7,800 at a 10% rate of return. So we need something to compare this to. So let's compare it to a student loan of $100,000. Now, a $100,000 student loan at 6% over 10 years means we'll need to make a payment of $1,105 per month for that 10 years, which is 120 months. So for that original $100,000 loan, that means we're gonna end up paying a total of $132,561. So now we have a $100,000 loan, and we wanna see what the impact that saving that $100, which turned into $7,800, will have on that $100,000 loan. So if we take a look at a $100,000 student loan, if we save nothing, we're gonna be stuck with $100,000 in student loans. But that $100, which grew to $7,800, that means our total loan would be reduced by $92,200. If we save $200 per month, it would be $84,400, and it gets reduced further if we save $500 to $61,000. So the more we save, the less student loans we have to take out, and the less total payments that we're gonna make over the course of that loan. Now at $100,000, that means we're gonna make a total payment of $132,561, where the $100 payment drops it to $119,340, the $200 drops it to $106,80, and the $500 brings it down to $70,720. And you're probably thinking, yeah, that makes sense. The more we save, the less student loans we have to take out. But here's where the real magic happens. When we take that original payment, and as soon as we have our student loans paid off, we put it towards our financial future. Whose financial future? Your son or daughter's. So now they can take those student loan payments and flip it into retirement savings. And here's what the impact on that looks like. So saving the $1,105, if we didn't save anything now, then we're not gonna have anything to pay down those loans. So that means we're not gonna have anything towards our financial future. But if we take that $100, we're gonna pay those loans off 12 months earlier, means that in that 12 months, we're actually going to accumulate $14,000 because we're gonna save $1,105 per month. And if we keep that money in there and have it grow for the next 20 years, that's gonna be $102,593. If we bump that up to $200, we're gonna do it 24 months earlier. That means we're gonna have $29,467 at the same time that the person that didn't save anything will have in their retirement accounts. And in 20 years after that, that'll be $215,936. And at $500, that's 56 months early, $79,098 in the retirement account after they've just got it paid off. And at the end of that 20 years is $579,636. Now, even if we take this $579,636 and divide it by 5, Look at that. It's $115,927.20, which is clearly more than the $102,593, and that is the power of compounding. Now, I told you at the beginning of the video, you didn't need to do any math, and you might be going through what we just went through and think, wow, there was a lot of math, and I didn't quite follow every single thing. So the last slide that I'm about to show you will kind of wrap it all together and really show you the impact on each dollar that you're saving. So at $100, that would be $17.09 per dollar saved that you'd have in a retirement plan, given all the numbers that we just went through. At $200, that's $17.99. At $500, that works out to $19.32 per $1 saved today. So the only way this math works is if you start saving, but your son or daughter finishes it. So you need to teach them the value of saving and the value of sacrifice, because the whole point that they're going to college is to increase their earnings potential. But if they come out of college and leverage that earnings potential with a bunch of debt, well, guess what? They're going to question whether or not college was worth it, and probably so will you. And the whole point that you want to save right now, even if it is last minute, is to improve their financial life on down the road. So teach them, help them, but help them to understand what you're doing for their own financial future so they actually do better for themselves financially. And if you've enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe and leave your comments down at the bottom.